Hollywood Rip Ride Rockit at Universal Studios Florida is closing for good just days from now, but we still don't have an official announcement for the attraction replacing it. We do, however, have new permits which offer insight into this possible upcoming roller coaster's entrance and station. Plus, could we see Fast and Furious Supercharged replaced by a beloved property? All that and more in today's news update. Hollywood Rip Ride Rockit will be closed forever starting August 18th, 2025. The final date to ride is Sunday, August 17th. Known as Project 830 in official documents, permits say that Rockit will be replaced with an amusement ride, but no details on the type of ride are listed explicitly. Universal Orlando says on the official website only that the attraction is closing to make way for a new experience. A notice of commencement for work by roller coaster manufacturer Intamin at Universal Studios Florida has helped to fuel rumors that the new ride will be an East Coast version of Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. That new coaster is under construction now at Universal Studios Hollywood and is planned to open next year. Despite recent buzz on social media, Ghostbusters is not expected to get an attraction replacing Rip Ride Rockit. It is possible that the Ghostbusters will get their firehouse back for meet and greets out front, as implied by the signage on work walls around the area. But the green supports and building materials that are currently being staged at Epic Universe are more likely for a large wall to be built behind that new theme park, and are not related to this new coaster project. See our recent Epic Universe video for full details on that project. We can see in these new aerial photographs from BioReconstruct how land continues to be cleared and prepped at both ends of the Rockit site ahead of its demolition. There are now new utility pipes on site, likely to be installed underground ahead of this new attraction project. New permits show that one backstage building will be relocated to make more room for this project. Building 29 is listed as the prop shed for production at the studio's backstage, but it will be removed from this area where permits show that two new buildings will be constructed as part of the new attraction. These two new buildings are listed as Building 51 and Building 51A in permits. Building 51 is the structure listed at the top of the permit images, replacing a section of the extended queue for Race Through New York starring Jimmy Fallon behind the firehouse facade. The other structure, Building 51A, is described as a maintenance building for the new attraction, and it will be located backstage. It is shown as the new structure at the bottom of permit images. Recent permit notes describe the station building as being 3 stories tall. According to these permit comments, it will have a maximum occupancy of 2,425 people, with 2,166 of that on Level 1 alone. This may mean that the possible entrance location for this new possible roller coaster attraction will be at the end of the New York street around the corner behind the firehouse. A new guest area courtyard could be created behind this area, expanding the footprint of the park. This image by Scott Walker shows how the official permits include details on what may be the facade for this possible station building, and how they may line up with facade details and the entrance for the station building for the upcoming Fast and Furious coaster in Hollywood. This image by Tommy Hawkins gives his current speculation on how all of the levels inside of the station building could be laid out. This according to details revealed in recent permits. Similar to attractions like Velocicoaster, this theory has some of the queue indoors on the first level below the station, which is on level 2. The team member areas would be on level 3, above the station. This speculation is still unconfirmed, but it does line up with permit info. Tommy Hawkins has also created this example art, showing how a new ride entrance could be added to the back of this area. In this example, the flat Guggenheim Museum facade would be removed, creating more space for accessing the new attraction entry at the back of the park. Here is how this area looked before, with the Rockit roller coaster track still in place. Adding more guest space to the theme park, this new attraction courtyard area could likely mean that Soundstage 33 would now be facing guest areas. This building, which is used for special events, is currently located backstage, just beyond the backstage gate located to the left of the New York Library facade. And speaking of adding more space to the theme park, the land clearing on the CityWalk side, happening to the left of the current Rip Ride Rockit roller coaster, may also mean that the theme park footprint is being expanded here. Possibly for a spaghetti bowl type section of the rumored roller coaster, this space is taking over the walkway leading to the former Blue Man Group theater show, which had closed several years ago. This would also eliminate the rarely used side entrance and exit from Universal Studios Florida, while locking the former Nickelodeon Studios sound stages into the park areas and away from CityWalk access. This area, as well as the section of backstage where the new attraction's maintenance building is going, was marked off as part of the project limits all the way back in December. It's possible that this area closest to CityWalk may only be used for construction staging while demolition is happening on Rip Ride Rockit. Other than a new small building being built in this expanded footprint, the plans do not explain how else it will be utilized just yet. While this work is ongoing, the main walkway through CityWalk is being adjusted, with long stretches of work walls in place. Work stretches all the way to the CityWalk waterfront near the front of the theme park. A new walkway may be created closer to the water, giving this new roller coaster project even more space to work with. If Universal Studios Florida is in fact getting its own version of the Fast and Furious drifting coaster, can we assume that that would mean the end for Fast and Furious Supercharged at the same park? The Hollywood iteration of Supercharged closed earlier this year as part of the tram tour, but a replacement has not yet been announced. One rumor for what could replace Supercharged in Orlando after the new coaster starts construction could make fans of a certain franchise very happy. According to rumors posted to WDW Magic forums, it's possible that the Supercharged ride and surrounding area could be rethemed to Back to the Future. It's still far too early to know for sure, and this could be wrong or subject to change, but it's fun to speculate on how the Supercharged ride system, or even just its massive show building, could be repurposed for a new indoor Back to the Future attraction. We already have pretty good evidence that the upcoming Universal Studios UK park will incorporate Back to the Future in some way, with Courthouse Square apparently appearing in official concept art. And the property was recently successfully featured in Universal Hollywood's new FanFest Nights special ticketed event. Even in Orlando, you can experience an escape room based on the franchise. Universal Studios Florida recently served milkshakes to celebrate the film's 40th anniversary. The original screen-used Jules Verne train from the third film is on display in the park. And of course, you can always purchase official Back to the Future merchandise here. It seems like the company is very confident in the property. But are they ready to finally bring another ride based on this franchise back to this park for the first time in nearly 2 decades? It may be fun to dream about the future, but back in the present, we have just mere days to experience Hollywood Rip Ride Rockit before it closes forever starting August 18th. We expect demolition to begin immediately after, so that major construction on its replacement can begin. The company may want to get something new open at this original park as soon as possible to help spread out the crowds now that Epic Universe has officially opened. Whether it will in fact be a new drifting coaster based on Fast and Furious, or one of the many other speculated properties for this space, it will hopefully be confirmed by the company soon. That's all for now, but be sure to check out our recent video all about expansion news and rumors for Epic Universe, and subscribe to never miss an update. If you like what we do, consider joining our Patreon for extra content like special podcasts, permit news as it happens, and more. Patreon.com/themeparkstop. Thanks for watching. See you next time.